Epilogue. The day is June 23rd, 2006. A little boy named Bill was walking in the deep mountains of Tibet on a very foggy Sunday afternoon when suddenly a big, bad ox came along. And the ox said, "Hey Bill, what the fuck are you doing in Tibet?" Bill said, "Hey ox, I committed I'm $400,000 in child support debt. I fled the U.S. to come to Tibet." And the ox said, "Oh, I see what you're up to. You're a little sneaky boy. You're getting away so you don't have to pay your darn taxes." Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Well, the ox took the bill, put him on his back, and the ox ran far away. He ran 50 miles with Bill on his back to Silanko Lake in the heart of Tibet. The heart of Tibet. Beautiful heart of Tibet. Oh. Bill said, "Sure is good to have a nice change of scenery around here and having to not have the popos chase after me 24/7. And the ox said, "Well, hey, you better get back to the United States before I kick your ass, buddy." And Bill said, "Hell no, sir. I'm not going back to that land. I'm going to stay here." And then the ox stood there. What he did next is he did the most crazy thing ever. He got up and he started taking the biggest wank ever. And Bill said, "Ooh, sexy beast here! Get the fuck away before I shoot you in the darn face!" And so Billy was left out in the freaking cold of Tibet. And then he found his way to a small village where he met a friendly man who came from a very poor family, and the man spoke Chinese, and Billy didn't understand Chinese. So Billy started mocking the man when the man tried speaking to him. He couldn't talk because he was very cold from the freaking cold. So the man, he didn't really do anything. Silence. And that's the story of Billy. Story number 2. The day is April 18th,
2018.
somewhere in the United States, a big city. There are 3 ducks in a pond called James Lake. James Lake. One of the ducks, his name is Anthony. The other duck, his name's Lily. Yes, Lily. His name is Lily. His name is Lily. Hard to believe, but it's true. Alright? And the other one's name, I'm not going to specify his sex, because that would be... he wanted me to say no. No sex reveal. Oh, God. His other name is John! Anthony said, John, why did you steal? Steal what? John said. Why did you steal? Why did you steal? Why did you steal? Steal what, John? What the fuck are you talking about? Stop accusing me of shit I didn't do! When you know damn well I didn't do it! Anthony said, finally, after several minutes, said, why are you stealing? Why did you steal my dick? And John said, what? And Anthony said, John, you sucked my dick last night while I was sleeping. Did you not? John said, Anthony said, did you not? John said, and Anthony went, you fucking bitch! You better get out of my pond before I get my, Crocs 1000 on and kick you out of here. And so John flew away to Florida. He flew into Ron DeSantis' house. And when John arrived at Ron DeSantis' house, Ron DeSantis said, what the fuck is a Chuck doing in my fucking house? So Ron DeSantis called none other than his bestie, or clearly not bestie, Donald J. Trump, and Donald J. Trump said, get that duck out of here before I send in the U.S. military to come get the duck out of your house for you. And then all of a sudden, John the duck intercepted. He grabbed the phone from Ron DeSantis, who was on the phone with Trump, and he said, hey, this is John, I'm the duck, I'm talking. And then Donald Trump went, what? How did you fly here from Lake in Minnesota? The Border Patrol in Minnesota were supposed to keep you there. And then Trump went, I'm going to send the National Guard to get the duck, to get you, John the Duck, back to the lake in Minnesota where you belong. And then Trump realized, oh shit, I'm not president anymore. Yeah, I know. And then John went, you stupid, you thought you had power to do shit, but then you realized you weren't president anymore. So Donald Trump hung up on the phone, and then he went to it, I don't know. And then a crocodile came and ate John. And that's the story of John. Third story.
There was a little man named Santa Claus,
who many believed, who people all around the world say that every Christmas he delivers presents and gifts for children all around the world who have been good. One Christmas, Santa came to this little boy James's house, and when Santa came down the chimney, he pulled out his pants! And then Santa went to Christmas and opened the cabinet and stuck his finger in the little teapot of gravy that the family had for chicken dinners, and he stuck his fingers in the gravy. He really wriggled those fingers in there. He really wriggled those fingers in that gravy, and then what he did is he took his fingers out of the gravy, and then he went outside and he there was a coyote he found, and then he put his fingers up with the saucy gravy lube up the coyote's butt. And the coyote went, "Ah!" James had been a very naughty little boy that year. I'm not allowed to tell you what year it is because it's classified. It's for security reasons. But he had been a very bad boy that year, so he got coal. But wait, Santa was a little mean that year, so he did not give James coal, but rather he gave James a big fat lump of poop. And when James woke up, Santa was still there! Santa had stayed at James' house to confront him about all the bad things he did that year instead of going to all the other hundreds of millions of children that he had to serve. He caused a whole delay just for one darn kid who did really nothing. All he did was just say a couple of mean words and mean things to his teacher and punch a kid during recess in first grade. Other than that, I mean, he did declare war on Italy and commit a few war crimes in Serbia, but other than that, he was a really good kid, so I don't know what the fuck Santa is really complaining about. But, you know, Santa's a bitch. Anyway, when his parents woke up, came out later that morning, they said, "What the fuck is Santa Claus still doing here? With his pants down and his fingers full, dirty, contaminated with coyote shit." James's mother Mary said, "You old fat man. Pull those darn pants up and get the fuck out of my house and go give the presents to all the other innocent children who have been good this year. And go wash your hands and get that nuclear waste off of your darn fingers." And Santa said, "Make me, bitch." And then Mary said, "Oh, you want to make me? I can be a real bad bitch if you want me to." And then Santa went, "Yeah, give me the juice." And so, basically, long story short, Santa and Mary fucked, and Santa went home, and then they shook on it, and then they went home, and Santa went home. So basically what happened afterwards, Santa didn't do his job because obviously he just stayed at James' house while James really did nothing. James was being terrorized by a fat old man who came into his house and really went into his kitchen and so really James was being terrorized by a fat old man who came into his house and took his pants off, which is extremely fucked up, in front of him, which is like the most fucked up thing in the history of mankind, and went into the kitchen and stole condiments from the family and went outside and found a coyote and stuck his fingers up its butt. So, and then he stayed there at the house for another 7 hours to confront James and his family in the morning because James was apparently, quote unquote, apparently being such a bad little boy. Obviously he wasn't. He was just an innocent little boy, but you know, it is what it is. Sometimes life sucks, you gotta deal with it and work your way through it. So basically, what happened afterwards was Santa was fired from his job And the way he did this was the elves, literally, when he got back to the North Pole, literally ripped him off his throne. They got some weapons that they had, some little, axes that they used to chop up ice, and they destroyed his sleigh. And Santa went, and they all said, "Sorry, buddy, tough luck. You deserved it. You chose to stay at that poor little kid James' house all night long instead of delivering the rest of the presents to all the kids of the world." And now all the kids of the world are wondering, where the fuck is my present from Santa Claus? I was good this year. I got straight A's. I didn't commit war crimes in Serbia. I didn't punch the kid on the playground. I didn't call my teacher a bitch. What the fuck is wrong with this old little freak? And then the elves broadcasted the whole thing on the worldwide elf network, and all the kids of the world were told to watch it so that the elves could tell the kids what happened and how disgraceful the little mumble bumble Santa Claus is. And all the kids went, "Yeah, that old man's gonna get what he deserves." And then what the elves did is he took Santa and he literally threw him under the ice. Basically, long story short, obviously Santa didn't survive that one. So they hired a new Santa. His name is none other than, shoot, I forget his name. That's not good. In fact, that is very, 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 very bad. So let me calm down and let me figure this out. Oh yeah! So Alexander Hamilton was taken out of his grave, resurrected from the dead, and the elves made a whole lyric video called "Alexander Hamilton, the North Pole is waiting for you. If you deliver those presents right now, you can turn the time. Oh, Alexander Santa Claus, I have little children that are waiting for you. If you manage to get this right, all the kids will be filled with delight. The world will Alexander Santa Claus. So basically, long story short, what happened next was Alexander Hamilton was resurrected from the dead by some crazy aliens that the elves had previously been in contact with. He was resurrected from the dead, and let me think. Yeah, basically he was appointed the role of being the new Santa Claus. So Alexander Hamilton, he came back from nothing. He was a founding father, born on a small island of the Caribbean, went on to become a legend, a founding father. He died, unfortunately, in a battle with stupid motherfucker Aaron Burr, and then he was resurrected from the dead. And whatever year, I can't tell you again. I'll give you a hint. It was after he died. Clever. Or was it? Oh, spooky. Did I make you laugh? No? Alright, fine. Anyways, so basically Alexander Hamilton was Santa Claus for the next, whatever, millions of years. And yeah, all the kids are happy. Unlike the old fucker Santa Claus, Alexander Hamilton was nice. He actually meant business. He didn't pull his pants down in front of a little child when he came down the chimney. He didn't go into the kitchen and steal a condiment and then shove it up, and then use it as lube to shove it up a wild animal's butt. And he didn't stay there until 7 o'clock in the morning to confront him and his family about how terrible of a child he apparently is, and lose the shot afterwards. No, Alexander Hamilton, he was the founding father, he was Santa Claus, and yeah. So everyone was happily ever after. And that's all I heard about Santa Claus and James and whatever. we're going to turn the clock back down one more time to the very beginning of our story when the little boy Billy in Tibet. So basically Billy said, you know what? Fuck it. You only live once. YOLO! I'm gonna go back to the United States, but this time I'm gonna use a false identity so no one can know who I am. And I'm gonna get appointed a false identity by the Chinese government, so I have a Chinese identity, a Chinese name, a Chinese everything, so I come to the United States as a brand new American. Obviously, I'm not supposed to tell you what his new name was, because obviously China will come after me and probably execute me. But Billy now lives in my house. But wait, could this little house be in Arizona or Illinois or wherever? Very interesting, huh? I make a lot of mysteries, don't I? I'm very good at adding suspense to everything. Because really you don't know where I live, huh? You don't really know where I live. I could live anywhere. I could live in Cambodia, I could live in England, I could live in France, I could live in Colombia, I could live on Mars. You have no idea where I live, bro. So stop giving me shit. Stop being a motherfucker. Instead of sitting around and doing nothing, how about you get off your ass and get some pictures on your dick? Oh, how the tables turn. How the tables turn, how the tables turn, how the tables turn, am I right? Anyway, that's all for now, kids. I'll see you soon. Bye. Every day is awesome. Wait, no. I haven't played piano in 2 years, guys. I'm sorry, I'm rusty. I quit Miss Owen's piano lessons during COVID because I figured, why not? One more thing before I go today. One more joke. Your mom